So I want to talk about one thing that's trending lately, and that is, the organic cream that we use for our skin. It's nice to look beautiful. It's nice to have a fair skin, which is what we all clamor for. However, watching, the trend of things lately, you realize that a lot of us are now changing our color, and it comes at the expenses of certain conditions which might be detrimental to our health. And I think it's better to bring this to the notice of the public. So most of our organic cream that we use to lighten our skin, they contain some chemicals which are quite dangerous to our health. Such chemicals will be chemicals like mercury, which is a heavy metal. The implication of using heavy metal on your skin is your skin can absorb it, and then it gets into the system and affect your kidney. It can damage the kidney. It can damage the nerves in our body, and then thereby causing us memory loss, and in some cases irritability, and a whole lot of nerve problems. Now, the other thing that we tend to use is to use things like corticosteroids. Corticosteroids are quite, dangerous to use on a long-term basis, or depending on the type that we use, because there are different types. But when we mix these chemicals together, they come up as something that can actually reduce the melanin in our body, which is what we're trying to do. And as a black person or a race, the melanin in our body helps us to protect our body, especially against the ultraviolet rays that comes from the sun. And when we thin these out, it causes a lot of problems. So when you use the steroid to reduce this, it thins your skin and also expose your skin to more level of ultraviolet rays, which can increase the risk of cancer. And also corticosteroid is quite dangerous to the body, as it can cause a kind of imbalance in our in the hormones in the body. So for ladies, it can affect your period. It can also affect irritability, and it can also to some extent affect our growth and a lot more. We also use things like hydroquinones, which are quite dangerous chemical, which can cause cancer of all sorts, especially skin cancer, and also affect our health in some form or the other. I think this will help if we do this thing with caution. As long as we want to be fair and be attractive, we also need to know that there are consequences to all this action. And I hope this is useful.